Hello again, welcome back here. In this video, we will create this small chart together. Let's see how can we do it. Alright, I will depend on the reference image that I got right here, that I can see it in the front. So let's go to the front, and it's easy to go to wireframe, and here we can see it. Let's put the 3D cursor in the correct place, and I think it's actually in a good place. So let's go back to front, and let's start with the cylinder. Let's add a cylinder. The cylinder is very small, as you can see. I will change the side vertices to maybe 16, I guess. It will be okay. And I think we can move it right here. It's very small, as you can see. It's right here. Scale it just a little bit like that and move this up here and match it with the size of this chair. Can scale this a little bit more, and let's put it on the ground. And I think now the size is matched. Or something like that. So this is what we got so far. Control A, apply the scale. Tap to go to the edit mode, and maybe here we can add 2 cuts or maybe 3 cuts, I guess. Alt click on this edge loop, Alt shift click on this one and scale these, and cancel the Z axis, hit shift C to scale these on the X and Y. Let's go to the front, and I just want to check the curvature after doing that. Alright, and now I will grab this edge loop and then hit S to scale it, just to have this round result. Alright, that's very cool. I think we can go to the local mode, and now I will grab this face and this face, I guess, and I will hit I to create an inset like that. Alright, and then I will hit XF to delete these two faces, as you can see here. Let's go to the edge, alt click to select this edge loop, and go to the face and choose grid fill to fill this with the grid. And you can go to the top and manipulate the offset and the span just to get better result. You can rotate it like that using the offset. Alt click on this edge loop as well and go to the face and the grid fill. Go to the top again, and let's try to rotate this just a little bit like that. Alright, that's very cool. Nice. After that, let's give this subdivision surface. I just want to see the result. Hit Control 1. Alright, the result looks cool. Yeah, very nice. I like it. Now I guess we can grab these edges, as you can see right here. Alright, and we can make some changes. Alright, I guess we can add these as well, or maybe we can create another edge right here. I'm not so quite sure, to be honest. I guess we can bevel those first, just to have an extra edge. The 3 is not going to work. So yeah, I guess we can grab those edges right here. Sorry, not this one, those here. And use them. And on this side, I guess we can select this one. Deselect these edges. I think we shouldn't include them like that. And I will hit Control B to bevel all of these, and let's add one edge here in the middle, as you can see here. I just added 3 and then hit Control minus to shrink the selection to focus on these edges in the middle, and then hit Alt S to push these deep inside. Tab out, and now we got this. Alright. We shouldn't select these edges here actually, but alright, I will undo all of that because accidentally I choose these edges. I will deselect them like that. I don't want to include them. And let's do that again. Hit Control with B and let's bevel these like that. Small bevel, Control minus, and then Alt S and push these deep inside like that. And let's increase the subdivision surface to 2 to get even smoother result. Right click here to smooth. If you want to go to sculpt mode, just to add some touch, like you can go to the mesh filter and use inflate. You can try that and manipulate this just to see what you will get. You can keep adding some effects on this. It's up to you actually if you want to make some variation here, some wrinkles. All right, I think this area I can move it up just a little bit using the grab, or maybe I can use the inflate brush. I will hit F and move the mouse just a little bit to make this a little bit bigger. Let's try to click and drag on this area. That's too much actually. Let's try grab. I will click and drag this up. Maybe we can make the brush big. Right. Maybe a little bit smaller. It's better to apply subdivision surface to control this better, because now we are controlling the low poly, the low poly mesh. So I will hit Control A, and now I applied the modifier, and now I have a lot of vertices to work with. Now I can use this. Even for the inflate, if you even for the mesh filter now will give us another results. All right, but I think it's not necessary to use this brush. Let's stick with this one, and now let's grab this and move this up just a little bit. I guess we can smooth this area, hold shift and smooth it. All what I want here, I just want to make some variation here, and that's it. All right, let's go back to object mode and hit slash to excite. And now let's see what's the next step. All right, let's go to the top and let's put the 3D cursor over here. All right, shift A and let's add a circle. The circle is very big. I will change the vertices count to maybe 16 and scale it. And I guess we can put it right here. I will scale it just a little bit like that. And I will tab and I will delete half of this. I will grab these vertices and then hit X and then V to, X, V to delete these vertices, and this one as well, X, V. All right, and let's make a comparison. Let's see if what I'm doing is correct or not. Actually, I can't, because I can't see it from the top. But according to these images, it's half circle. Let's try to see another image. Maybe we can delete these two vertices as well. And now we ended with this. After that, I will hit A, select all of these vertices, and I will hit E to the Z to extrude this up. Yes, a little bit like that. And maybe now we can give it a thickness. Hit A, select everything, and go to the face and choose solidify face. And let's increase this just a little bit inside or outside. All right, now we got this. Hit A, shift N to recalculate the normal. And let's start from here. I will hit Control R to add multiple cuts here. And I will hit Alt S to push these outside just a little bit. All right. And maybe we can grab these vertices. And let's see if that will work. I will hit Alt S just to relax them a little bit. And maybe this area, grab these vertices as well. Hit Alt S, grab this edge loop, alt click, alt S to push this out just a little bit, and maybe those as well. Alt click, alt shift click, and then alt S. All right, now let's give this subdivision surface. Hit Control 1 to add subdivision surface with level 1. And I think we can apply it. Hit Control A to apply it. And now we can tweak it further. I can go back to the sculpt mode and use one of these brushes. For example, I can use mesh filter. All right, the filter type is inflate. I want to deflate this a little bit just to make it thinner. Something like this, I guess. All right, now we can go back to the object mode, and I guess we can scale this just a little bit to the Z, but not too much. Hit G to the Z, and let's move this down a little bit like that. And let's make a comparison. Let's see what we got. I'm not so quite sure if this should be right here, or maybe we should move it back a little bit. All right, the result so far looks nice. Cool. I will tap to go to the edit mode, and I just want to add two edges here. And let's see if we have a wire in the middle. But it's a little bit difficult to understand what's going on here. I think we have a wire right here goes around it. I'm not so quite sure, but I will assume that we have. So this edge in the middle, I will leave this one and this one, and I will pick this one. All right. And I will do the same thing for this side. I will leave this, and I will pick this one. Hit Alt Shift click to grab this. And I will pick these edges as well. Let's go to the X selection mode, and I will select those right here. And after that, I will hit Control with B to bevel them. Bevel them like that. Add 3 edges, and then hit Control minus to shrink the selection. Hit Alt S to push this deep inside. And then hit Control plus to grow the selection again. And then switch to the face selection mode, hit 3. And now I will select the outer edges. Go to the select and select loop and choose boundary loop. As you can see now, I'm focusing on the outer edges. After that, you can give them a small bevel just to make this area tight. You can add 2 if you like. 2 edges right here, it will be enough. And now I will shade smooth this and hit Control 1 to add subdivision surface with level 1. And now we got this result. If you want this area to be tight, you can add 1 edge loop right here and 1 right here as well. Control R again, and let's add 1 right here and 1 right here. And for this side, you can do the same. 1 here and 1 right here. And I'm not so quite sure, but I think we can try inflate again. Let's see what's going to happen. I will go back to the sculpt and active the mesh filter, and I will choose inflate, and I just want to inflate this just a little bit. You can see the result before and after. This is before and this is after. It's very nice. Now let's go back to the object mode. And now it's the time to create these legs. Let's see how can we create them. I think we can use the edges that we got right here. So maybe we can select maybe the edges start from here and ends here, and we can pick those right here as well. All right, or I think we can select those here, I guess, and then hit P and then S to separate these out from the group. Tab out, and now let's focus on those right here. Click and grab this new edge. Tap to go to the edit mode, and now let's make some small tweaking, like grabbing these and extrude those up here like that, I guess, and maybe move those up G to the Z like that. And now you can select these edges and smooth this area just to get better result. Right click and use the loop tool and choose relax. That will relax it a little bit. All right, and for this area, I guess we can grab these two vertices and then hit Control Shift V just to bevel them to 3, I guess, like that. It will be very cool. And now we can give this a thickness after we push these vertices a little bit up, like that. All right, now let's hit right click and convert to curve, and let's go to the curve properties. Under the geometry, let's manipulate the depth a little bit to give it a thickness like that. All right, looks cool. Maybe now we can copy some vertices, for example those right here, and then hit Shift D and have a copy. All right, maybe from the top we can put it in the correct place. Hit G and let's put this, for example, right here, I guess. All right, let's do that again. Let's move this out a little bit. Or maybe we can select them all and move them out. But I don't know how much we should move those out. You can just move it, and after that you can check the result. Maybe just a little bit. Hit G to move, cancel the Z axis, hit Shift Z to cancel the Z, and take this out. And that's it, I guess. And now let's select this vertex. Maybe I can dissolve this vertex and dissolve this one and take this one out. G, and let's take this out just a little bit. Hit G to the Z, and let's move this down. And let's see if this result makes sense. You can go to the top and see if that's correct or not. All right, it's working. It's cool. All right, now we can manipulate the thickness a little bit more if you prefer. All right, 0.6, 0.7, I guess. All right, 0.7 looks cool. And I guess we can manipulate the resolution a little bit because we are going to add subdivision surface. The side edges are too much. Just reduce them, because if you add subdivision surface and if this number is high, we will end with a lot of vertices. After that, hit Control A, grab this piece, hit Control A, and apply visual geometry to mesh. And now it's become mesh again. Tap to go to the edit mode. In the wireframe, grab these vertices and move them up a little bit. And for these vertices right here, I guess we can grab them like that. And let's move this up just a little bit. And all right, let's go to the local mode so I can control this and focus on it. I will hit F to create a face here, and then hit Control B to add bevel like that. Let's make this area round, and this area as well. Hit F, Control B, and let's make this one round as well, like that. You can add one edge loop right here to support this area to make it tight, and this one as well. Add the support edge loop right here just to get better smoothness. Right click, hit smooth. Alright, and now we just need to make some tweaks, like grabbing this and move it down to the ground like that. Alright, and now I will add subdivision surface with level 1. You can hit Control 1 and you can add it. If you are not satisfied with the thickness, you can tab, hit A, and then hit Alt S to inflate this a little bit. Right, the result looks cool. Now, all what we need to do is just have a copy on the other side. Alright, the origin dot of this piece is in the middle. I guess I will put the 3D cursor in the middle after you select this piece. And I think we can use this as a pivot point, and we can use mirror. So yeah, actually we can use mirror directly, mirror modifier. Hit Shift A to add, and let's add mirror. And yeah, I think that's it. Very cool. All right, now let's select this. All right, and I think we can put it in a specific collection. Before we put this in a collection, I just noticed something right here. Because we added an edge right here to tighten this area become very tight. So what I can do is I can select these edges like that and just hit G twice and slide them a little bit, and you can put this in the middle just to make this area a little bit smoother. Okay, something like that. And you can average these edges if you prefer, but that will take a little bit of time. You can hit Control Alt click to select this edge ring, and you can add those as well. And you can deselect the edges that we don't need from the back, for example. And now we ended with this result, as you can see. All right, I guess this one we don't need to include it. And now after that, you can hit right click and use the loop tool. Let's move this image away, and let's choose space to fix the space between them. This will give us a smoother result. All right. Go to the wireframe, select all of these pieces, and let's go to the local mode. And I just want to add an empty right here so I can control this chair in case I want to move it for any reason. So what I can do is, I guess we can select this edge loop or maybe this circle right here and bring the 3D cursor over here and add an empty in this area. And you can scale it a little bit, select everything, Alt Shift, and click on the empty just to make it active. And then we can hit Control B and set parent to object and keep transform. And now when you move the empty, everything will move with it. And let's select everything again, hit M, and let's create a new collection for this. And I guess we can call this round chair. You can call it whatever name you like. Hit enter twice. Hit slash to excite, and now we got it. All right. Very cool. All right, I think that's it for this video. I will end it here and see you in the next one.